Hey friend, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I help new and aspiring real estate investors launch their assisted living business. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to write a business plan that is going to help you launch your assisted living business. If you're interested in learning about that, make sure you stick around for today's video. Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. So excited to have you here today. Before we get into the topic for today's video, I want to remind you to get over to the website. If you go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist, and we'll have links down below for this, it's going to give you a tool, a checklist for your business plan, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So make sure you get over there, and you get the free underwriting calculator on the website as well. While you're over there, it's going to just help you along your investment journey and help you launch that assisted living business. Now let's get into the topic for today's video. Again, we are talking about how to build a business plan for your assisted living business. So let's talk about it. All right, so let's first talk about what is a business plan. Like, what is it? You've probably heard of business plans. You probably know they're important, but you may not know exactly what it is. Really, at its core, what you're using a business plan for is to help clarify your vision, help clarify the things that are in your brain, get it on paper, and make it so that it's out there and no longer in your brain. It's on paper and ready to move. And what is important about that and what you need that business plan for here, again, is to outline everything. Because it's so hard for us to take everything that's in our brain and articulate that in a way. Whereas if we put it on paper, we're able to build that, outline everything, and make it clear to everybody that's around us. Now, let's talk a little bit about why. Why do you need that business plan? And very similar to the what is a business plan and being that outline and clarifying your goals, the reason why is it gives you that clarity. It allows you to see exactly what's in your brain, helps you really kind of map that out and create a vision for yourself. And the reason why you want that is it's going to make things a lot easier for you as you are starting down the path of launching your assisted living business and getting things moving. The second reason for why you want to have a business plan is it's going to be something you need. If you're working with lenders or investors or partners or anybody else, even the state, when they're giving you your license for your facility, they're oftentimes going to want to look at a business plan. So there are so many stakeholders that want to look at this business plan and want to see what you are forming and what you're trying to accomplish. And having that business plan is so much easier than like remembering, oh yeah, and you talk to somebody about this thing, and then 2 weeks later you have a conversation with a different lender, and you're like, oh, you know what? I like this other idea. I'm going to incorporate it here. And you become very scatterbrained. But if you put this all into one document, it's easy to know exactly what it is, hand it off and say, this is exactly what we want to do and why we want to do it. And it's going to help instill some extra confidence in them and your ability to run this business. And it gives just that level of security and confidence in you that's going to allow you to get the funding or find the partner or get the investor to work with you. All of those things come into play when you have this all set up. This is why you need to have a business plan and why it's so important. This is why one of the things that I make the most available on my website is the business planning guide, because it is a tool that's pretty inexpensive. Goes through underwriting and creating a business plan, plus a few other extra bonuses there, and it's going to help you get to where you need to be. And I make that as accessible as I possibly can, because I know it's going to be the thing that just like the catalyst that launches you into the next thing. So if you are interested in that, we'll have a link below, but go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BPG for business planning guide. It's going to really help you get to where you want to go and where you need to go so you can really start launching that assisted living business. Now, let's get a little bit deeper into exactly what are some of those sections that you need to have in the business plan. And if you go over to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist, you can get this checklist, and it goes really deep and in depth into each of these, plus I think an extra one or two, and gives you a lot of outline of what I'm going to be telling you today in our video today. But I wanted to give you an overview because I know some of you learn a little bit better when you're watching me and listening to me, and so I want to give you that extra benefit. So the first thing that you're going to have in your business plan, though this is going to be the last thing you write probably, is going to be your executive summary. Basically, your executive summary, it's going to be 1 to 5 paragraphs. It varies in length depending on how in-depth you want your business plan to be. But you're going to take that business plan, you're going to succinctly put it into an executive summary, and it's going to be at the top. And it makes it so that those people that are really high up at the bank or lenders or things that don't want to read your 20-page plan or however long it's going to be can read this little succinct and this little part and understand exactly what's going in. The reason why you want to write this last, and this is just an awesome tip for you, is because then you know exactly what's in the business plan. It's a lot easier to write that executive summary once you have everything written down. So that's why I suggest that you write that thing last. The next section here is going to be your mission, vision, and values. So this is where you are saying, this is what we want to accomplish. This is the purpose behind the business that I have and why I set it up and the vision that I have for where it's going to go. And the vision here is not like the full, 300-page vision. It's like a 1 or 2 sentence vision for what you want to look like, what you want this to look like and what you want to accomplish. And you could also and put your values in there, just, a few little things that say, these are the things that are really important to me. I really love being innovative. I love caring for people. What are some buzzwords that are really important to you that are going to help you along? That's the type of stuff that you want to be putting in here for your values. The third section that we're going to talk about is company goals. So this is kind of an extension of that mission and vision and values, but you're going to have goals in there. What are your goals? Do you want to have 3 facilities? Do you want to have 1 facility? Do you want to serve a population that is the elderly, or do you want to serve a mental health population? This is where you're going to outline those goals, be very specific and explicit in what you want to be doing at your facility. Setting those goals is going to give you the clarity to know what you're shooting for, but also let people know, okay, they're bringing me along this journey, and what are we trying to accomplish? They're going to look at those goals and they're going to say, that's it. This makes a ton of sense to me. The fourth one that we're going to talk about is legal structure. So in here, you're going to say, what type of entity are you? Are you an LLC? Are you being a sole proprietorship? Are you registered in whichever state? You want to put this information in there. It does not need to be long, 1 to 3 sentences to say our entity is assisted living investing, and we are registered in the state of Hawaii or whatever it is. And you want to put that in there. You could put your EIN number in there if you needed to. You can put a lot of that in just a very small section of this business plan, but you want to have it in there. It's just going to make it a little bit easier to explain exactly what type of entity you are, and gives that other person, that bank, that partner, some just confidence that you are setting things up correctly from a legal standpoint. The fifth section that we're going to add here is your management biographies. And this is something that I honestly was not aware of that you needed to do in a business plan. But after kind of going through the process of purchasing 2 facilities, found out this is extremely valuable. And so you need to have a biography written, 1 to 2 paragraphs, nothing super long, but just highlights who you are as an owner. You need to have this for all of the owners that are going to be participating in the business. And also, I've seen a lot of lenders and a lot of people want to have a bio for the administrator of the facility. And if this is you, then you don't need to write an extra one, but you want to have that information in there. It's just basically pumping yourself up, saying, well, this is the experience that we have. This is why I'm passionate about this. You could get online and see bios for different people all over the place, and you can really write something solid that kind of puts yourself in a really good light and makes you attractive to lenders or partners or investors, and lets them see who you are and why you are a good fit for them to work with you. The sixth section that we're going to be talking about here is the overview of operations. And this honestly is the longest section. Everything up to this point can generally be 1 to 2 paragraphs, maybe even just a couple sentences. But when you get into the overview of operations, this is where you have to dive really deep into exactly how you're operating that business. Who's going to be the administrator? What population are you going to serve? You're going to be talking about where the house is located. You're going to be talking about the different services that you provide, services that you don't provide. You have to go really, really deep into this. And this, like I mentioned, it is the most in-depth thing. So if you have a 10-page business plan, your operations section is going to probably be about 6 to 7 pages of it. It's a huge chunk of the business plan because this is how you are going to operate that business. Again, the business plan checklist that we have linked down below is going to give you a little bit of an overview there. And if you get the business planning guide, I give you the exact template I've used to secure over $1.5 million in SBA funding. And it really kind of gives you the guidance of those different steps that are inside of this operations section of your business plan, which is, as we mentioned, beneficial to those lenders and all those people, but also gives you the clarity to know exactly how you're going to operate that business and what that's going to look like for you as an operator. The next section is going to be your financial projections. And oftentimes this actually kind of falls into the operations piece of things, but it is something that's a little bit more in depth. And the way I like to do this is take the underwriting. So you can get my underwriting calculator on the website for free. You're going to take that, you're going to go really deep in depth. You're going to make sure you're comfortable with that investment that you're creating and that everything is good. And then you're going to take that and the hours that you spend underwriting this and making sure it's a good opportunity, and you're going to put it down into like a 1-page overview of exactly what those financial projections are, so you can share that with the investors and the lenders and those people that you could be working with, so they can see that yes, this is a profitable business. And then I always reference that, hey, as an addendum, you can go look at the full calculator with 24-month projection over here, and here's the link. And so you can put that on there. The last section that you're going to be putting into your business plan is the summary. And this is like your executive summary. You're going to write this at the very end. It's just going to be your executive summary is this long, your summary is this long. It's 1, maybe 2 paragraphs, very short. And you just are saying, I'm super excited to run this business and excited for what it's going to do for me as I move forward. So that is the summary. To recap what we talked a little bit about what a business plan is, why you need a business plan, and then we went through a bunch of different sections for what exactly is inside of that business plan. All of these things put together is going to help you build that solid business plan. Go over to the website, get the business plan checklist. It's going to give you something, a really tangible thing that you can use to really start getting some traction on building out that business plan. If you need some extra help, go and get the business planning guide on the website, assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist, assistedlivinginvesting.net/BPG. That's where you can get the business planning guide. If you need some extra help and extra support as you're doing this, the mastermind that we've just launched here at Assisted Living Investing, one of the key things that we teach about in there is business plans and creating that business plan. It is one of the 4 pillars to helping you launch that assisted living business. So if you want some extra support and guidance and some group coaching and direct feedback, make sure you go and check out that mastermind. It's a great opportunity for you to get some extra support and help you along your investment journey to help you reach your investment goals and help you launch that assisted living business. It's what it's there for. I love coaching people, helping you out through the process. And for a year, you'd get to work with me, and you can continue doing it for longer if you'd like, based off the program. And but you get that full year to work with me, dive through, and help you write the business plan, find the property, get the funding, and obtain the license for your facility. That's what the mastermind is designed to do, to help you really launch that assisted living business. Does residential assisted living sound interesting to you, but you don't know how to get started? At assistedlivinginvesting.net, we are here to help you through the process, start to finish, to help you launch your assisted living business and create that time and financial freedom that you are seeking. I want to thank you for watching. I'm so grateful for you to be here and participating with me and helping you along your journey to launch your assisted living business. And want to remind you that it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep going step by step by step. And I promise you, if you keep making progress, you're consistent and persistent, you will be successful. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.